today.
Okay.
All right. They've waited a year for it. It's driven the program. Ryan Day famously said last year after an 11-win season, a Rose Bowl championship, not really a true success because you got to beat your rival, you got to win the conference, you got to get in the playoff, try to win a title. DoorDash. Clemson today kicking off in just under 21 minutes on ABC. DJ Uiagalelei. Rough spot mid-season, has really been able to pick it back up. Can he win the rivalry game today as we greet Jess Sims and our celebrity guest picker?
All right, Reese, so I'm here with A.J. Hawk, who just so happens to be a two-time All-American, national champion, Super Bowl champion, and I quote, "My whole life, all I was trying to do was find a way to get a scholarship offer from Ohio State. I was going to commit on the spot." Why was this such a big deal to you?
Well, I mean, I'm an Ohio kid. I grew up in Centerville, Ohio, not too far from here, and that's what you do. If you're an Ohio kid, I think you want to play football at Ohio State, and I was definitely one of those. And when Jim Tressel offered me, I tried to shake his hand and commit right then. So it was a great decision, and I'm really glad I did it.
Yeah, and clearly no regrets. And so while you were here, you were 3-1 against Michigan. So what do you think is going through these guys' minds as they approach this rivalry today?
I tell you what, walking down the tunnel and seeing both teams, like there's an electricity in the air. Like there's something going on here. Like you can feel it. It's a big game. I think there may be some nerves from some guys, but I think most people are just anxious, just ready to get this thing going. They just want to get out there and get that first hit under your belt and then keep it moving. And I think we're about to see some action today. It's going to be fun.
Yes, it is. Speaking of fun and being anxious, go ahead and make those picks. The guys are waiting for you up at the desk. Thank you so much for being here.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Jess, thank you, AJ. We will see you in a matter of moments. The whole headgear phenomenon, a staple in the landscape of college football, started with Brutus. LC choosing Brutus the first time with an assist from the great Allie Herbstreit as well. Could it be that LC goes with his friend again? And have a look at this, what we've got, a gift from Brutus.
Oh, look at that. That's pretty nice. Nice. Look at that. Well, that's pretty nice. A little politicking going on there.
Yeah, he's trying to persuade Coach to go. That's really cool, LC.
Nice.
Picks coming up when you come back.
Merry Christmas.
It was a night at the Home Depot, at every location. A night when our stores see a growth. We bring out the tools you really do need, and plenty of trees. We work through the night preparing our splendor for Black Friday savings all through November. And what you do next is always fantastic, because we have the tools to make your holiday. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Ah, the fresh scent of delivering love in the morning. Plus the extra cash for Drew here doesn't smell bad either. Who knew heartbreak could be whoever you are out there, and it sees you.
Newest thing from Pizza Hut isn't pizza at all. It's cheesy, so crispy, low, just $6.99. Enough. New Pizza Hut melts, just $6.99.
Sure, you can get data everywhere, but do you have to use it all the time? That's not really you. With TracFone, you can get great coverage on the most reliable 5G network in America for a lot less. Plans start at $15 a month, no contract. TracFone.
'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, except for this mouse. Decorations were hung with meticulous care. That is until I gave this lady a scare. A holiday lesson we all could learn. Protect your home with Allstate, or your walls could get burned. Carl! And to all a good night.
Eat, play, eat, play, eat, play. Combo! Dave & Buster's Eat and Play Combo is back. Get an entree and a game card starting at $19.99. Now through November 27th, only at Dave & Buster's.
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show 'em who's the cheesiest?
I woke up feeling the cheesiest. Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
Oilers.
McDavid, they'll take it to the net.
Wild.
Handed it back. Kaprizov score.
A battle of superstars.
That is hockey.
Thursday on ESPN+.
It's a beautiful time for basketball, where freaks challenge kings and dynasties old and new collide. Lakers, Bucks, and a special alt-cast with Stephen A., part of a doubleheader, Friday on ESPN.
New Subway Series menu, the greatest sandwich roster ever assembled.
For more on the new boss, here's Patrick Mahomes.
Incredible. Meatballs, fresh mozzarella, and pepperoni.
Oh, the meatball's out. I thought he never fumbles. The new Subway Series. What's your pick?
I've got that blue sky. I've got that sunshine.
College Game Day is built by the Home Depot, celebrating 20 seasons of building College Game Day. And in part by DoorDash. Support local businesses, dashers, and your neighborhood, one order at a time. And Cheez-It, cheesy, crunchy satisfaction.
Harbaugh waiting on his superheroes there. There's the Ohio State defensive line.
Yeah, like we said earlier, this is going to be an interesting day for a defense that got embarrassed last year in Ann Arbor to see how much they've improved if they have, especially up front at the line of scrimmage.
Jim Knowles going to try to get him fired up. Erudite, scholarly defensive coordinator, and they're bringing some attitude. That's how our celebrity guest picker standings look. How about that? Nick saying if he could just play 2 more holes, he might have been able to tie Christian Wilkins.
Either one if he wore gloves.
Not just about the delivery, it's about the results.
That's right. Great to have AJ. Great to have AJ Hawk with us, our celebrity guest picker, Ohio State legend here. AJ, you ready to do this?
He's an elk right here.
Oh, yeah. This is
Centerville
awesome.
elk? Centerville elk.
Centerville elk. That's right. Elk Pride, Kirk.
That's it, baby.
All comes together. It all works together. Let's take a look at our Saturday selections brought to you by Coors Light. We're going to start with the old Oaken Bucket, Purdue and Indiana. Purdue wins. They will go to the Big Ten championship game and play the winner of this game. Who wins it?
I got to give Indiana a lot of credit. 7 straight losses and then played the way they played against Michigan State last week, winning in double overtime, took advantage of some Michigan State miscues, but Purdue, they're not going to have those miscues. Boiler up. I'm going to Boiler makers.
Okay, the old Oaken Bucket is certainly possibly heading home with the boiler up, folks, but I like Indiana. They're my super dog. They won a game last week with just having 2 completions. This is the only thing really Indiana can have in the offseason that is a sense of pride around the state of Indiana. Give me IU. Hoosiers, AJ Hawk.
Yeah, I get it, but I'm going to have to go against you, Pat, on this one. Des, I'm with you. I think Purdue is too explosive offensively. Put the ball in the air. Let's get some points on the board. Indiana's going to need a little more than 2 completions for this one.
Well, not so fast, ladies. The first one out of the IU, Purdue, you got to be kidding me. Indiana wins the bucket and runs well.
Not so fast, my friend, to you. I'm going with Des and AJ. I mean, somebody's got to win the Big Ten West, and Purdue, it's right in front of them. Yeah. They're 4 quarters away from securing that spot. I think they win today.
LC won the bucket and slept with it that night.
He did.
Indiana. Minnesota.
Big spoon that thing? We big spoon it? Yeah, you did.
Minnesota and Wisconsin could tie for the division, but they can't win the tiebreaker and go to the championship game. But who wins the battle between them for the Axe?
Very easy. I like Minnesota. Their offense is top 10 in the nation running the football, and Wisconsin turns the ball over way too much. So I got Minnesota big.
Okay, I hate to do this because, Des, you're much smarter than I am, much better dressed than I am, and everything else like that. Give me Wisconsin at home, though. I like Whiskey to do their thing. I think Minnesota's an interesting team. Sometimes they're up, sometimes they're down. Today, Wisconsin gets a big win at home.
Yeah. I played their Camp Randall, super loud. That place will be rocking. I like Wisconsin here.
Great pick. Camp Randall's a great place to play. Wisconsin at home.
Jump around, the whole thing. Bear just told me some news that Braylon Allen looks like he might not be able to go, which would probably impact all.
Looks pretty good, huh?
Which would probably impact all of us. honest, I think I gave Wisconsin, but I'm really nervous about that pick after Bears' bit of news.
Go Wisconsin.
Bit of news. There's been some talk about his potential transfer as Wisconsin waits and sees what they're going to do with their coaching situation. South Carolina and Clemson.
Wow, South Carolina come off a huge win a week. Do we really expect Spencer Rattler to play like that again? I don't, especially now on the road. I'm going Clemson.
Yeah, Spencer Rattler threw 6 touchdowns last week. He has 14 on the season. So if he can continue that type of pace to finish it out, that'd be great news for South Carolina. South Carolina gives up a lot of rush yards, okay? The front, the defensive front, not great. DJ Uyunglele ran for 89 last week. Will Shipley might run for 200. Give me Clemson over South Carolina.
Yeah, Pat hit it. Will Shipley right there. I think Will Shipley finds a way. Ground and pound. Here we go. I like Clemson.
Clemson rushes the passer as soon as he gets off the bus. And they are going to smother that guy.
The best thing that happened to Dabo Swinney was Spencer Rattler playing the way he did last week against Tennessee, because that got the attention of the defensive line, the secondary. It's in Death Valley. It's a rivalry game. The Orange Britches are out. I like Clemson today as well.
Auburn and Alabama. News broke during the show. Lane Kiffin not going to take the Auburn job. Likely to be Hugh Freeze. Today, it's Cadillac Williams. Can Auburn upset Alabama?
No chance. No chance. I got Alabama big over Auburn today.
Yeah, college football makes no sense at all. So Auburn winning in Alabama would certainly be part of it.
Come on, do it.
Absolutely not. Roll Tide.
I have a tough time picking against Nixon. Alabama finds a way. Auburn, I think, can give them a game, no question, but I do like Alabama in the end.
Great point. Great. Auburn does keep it close. They do. Keep it close. Alabama.
I think Cadillac and what you guys are saying, the emotion of a rivalry, early part of the game, and then it's just Alabama. They make the adjustments and just too good.
TCU, one of the unbeaten teams. Iowa State plays a lot of close games. They end up losing them all. The Cyclones pull the upset.
Not a chance. I like TCU. TCU just might be a team of destiny. I mean, what they did last week, rushing the field goal, team onto the field to win the last seconds. Great coaching. They believe in everything that their coaches tell them. I'm going TCU Horned Frogs.
Yeah, Max Duggan's a guy. Kendra Miller's a guy. Sonny apparently is an incredible coach. Got everybody bought in. Give me TCU to make things interesting for the college football playoff as they continue to roll.
Yeah, I don't know how I can't really pick against TCU here. I like what they're doing. Iowa State, I'm a fan of the team. I just don't think they can get a win today.
TCU is a team of destiny. They win this week, but they'll lose next week.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Didn't fall.
Hey, the drum major just coming through. Hold on a second.
Good. His name is Avery Voris. He was also in Kirk's Greatest Story Ever Played commercial.
Yeah.
Is he going to touch that thing? No, he's not. Is he like Gumby?
We got it.
Is he like Gumby?
That's impressive.
Now, here we go.
Man, you guys are winning.
All right, back to TCU real quick. Camera slider on over here. Bring it back over, Dish. TCU, the reason is this is going to be the picture that we're going to get on social media. This is going to potentially be the one. Iowa State has the best defense in the Big 12. Yep. This is going to be another TCU miracle late, or they get beat today.
TCU is going to the Big 12 title game no matter what, but Kansas State has to beat Kansas or Texas goes. Who wins, K-State or Kansas?
Will Howard is a difference maker of this Kansas State offense. You pair him with Deuce Vaughn, and I'll tell you what, you got one of the best backfields in the conference. I'm going Kansas State.
Yeah, I like Kansas State as well. Adrian Martinez was doing his thing, and then Will Howard comes in. He's a guy. I like Kansas State a lot. Congrats on going to the Big 12 championship.
Yeah, too much on the line. Big 12 championship. They get it done. Like Des said, they got a backfield that is pretty formidable. So Kansas State, no question for me.
Kansas State wins this week and next week.
Okay, all right. Early prediction.
Wow, he's trying to get his USC team in there. That's what he's up to. You got to know. There's always a motive. I'm going with Kansas State, too, and I'm nervous of this one, too. I got Kansas State.
When Kansas State's been good, they have blown people out there at home, and they've won 13 in a row. against Kansas. Apple Cup, Washington and Washington State.
I don't think the Cougars can go toe-to-toe with Washington. The Huskies offense is too dynamic with Michael Penix Jr. at the quarterback position. I'm going Huskies.
This one was on Bears' board. It was close to being on Bears' board about the weather being problematic for Penix. I don't agree with that. Give me Washington. The Huskies get a big win in the Apple Cup.
I hate to do it. I'm agreeing again with both of you guys. I got the Huskies here.
No.
I don't like
hate to be right.
We're agreeing on way too many things, but I have the Huskies here as well. What about you, Coach?
Washington State.
Thank you.
So you got the Cougs. It's a big deal. He doesn't know. I'm going to Washington. Penix, close game. They win late.
That's 10:30 tonight on ESPN to wrap up your college football Saturday. Oregon has to win on the road. Oregon State, where Oregon State's won 10 of 11 overall at home. Who wins this game?
I tell you what, just so impressed with Bo Nix a week ago against Utah, playing out there on one leg. You know, that really inspired his teammates on the road. They're going to win a close one against Oregon State. Go Ducks.
I enjoyed the hell out of our time up there in Eugene, Oregon. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous. And I got a chance to chat with some of the locals. And I said, who do we hate here? Do we hate Oregon State? And they said, no, we hate Washington. Washington beat them. Oregon State, USM, who they hate? They hate Oregon. Give me Oregon State in a massive win to kind of mess up everything in the Pac-12.
I like what Oregon State can do, but I think all great teams are run through a quarterback, and I think Bo Nix is that guy for Oregon, so I'm taking Oregon here. Sorry to go against you, but
nice. Sorry about it.
Whoops. Oregon State, just as Reese said, they've won 10 of the last 11 at home. Games at home, right? Oregon State.
And you got to love Oregon State's style. You know, they get into 2, 3 tight ends, possess the ball, play great defense. Jonathan Smith, where this team was, where he was 5 years ago to today, incredible. But I still like Bo Nix because of the speed, and Dan Lanning's done a great job changing that culture.
And remember, for the other team in the Pac-12 championship game, it'll be a combination of this game, Utah, which should win its game, and then the Apple Cup as well. USC is in the Pac-12 championship game. Kirk's going to call the game no pick here. Who wins, Trojans or Fighting Irish?
And I tell you what, I'm so excited about this game. Looking at what Notre Dame has done lately defensively, I think they're going to cause some problems. Williams, but Caleb Williams is one of the best quarterbacks in the country. A lot of you guys may not see him because they play on the West Coast, but he's a dual threat quarterback that can sling it over the field. I'm going Trojans in the close one.
And Notre Dame has won 5 straight, and they've done it with running the rock, and that is certainly the recipe to keep the USC offense off the field. I think today is another day for the USC defense to show up. Everybody says they make splash plays, they're turnover bound or whatever. They can't stop anybody. Today, USC gets a big win and cements themselves in the conversation on the college football playoffs.
Man, I would love to. A lot of ties in Notre Dame. Marcus Freeman, James Laurinaitis there. I played with both those guys. Unbelievable. My brother-in-law was a quarterback there. With that being said, I have to take USC on this one. I don't know if the old Notre Dame kind of trestle ball grinded out is going to be enough to beat USC.
Caleb Williams wins the Heisman. Wins it today.
Okay. There you go.
USC. That's my story.
I'll be there.
Absolutely.
I'll be there to see it in person. Can't wait.
That's right. 7:30 Eastern time tonight on ABC. And then
he's got the eye. He's got the eye.
This showdown. Now this is Avery Voris, who's about to come out and dot the I in Script, Ohio.
That's great timing.
That's right.
Perfect.
It's the 4th or 5th
That's what we do.
Very professional show.
Way to go.
He said there would be some nerves in this.
Yeah.
Quite an honor. Because it's always a 4th or 5th year sousaphone player. Rare exceptions. Others have been allowed to dot the I, like John Glenn. Jack Nicklaus has done so. Earl Bruce as well. There's such a rich history, and this is such a be-all, end-all feel to this game, and that could be going away as divisions dissolve and the playoff expands. Maybe your bragging rights only last a week instead of an entire year. But for today, this game means everything.
They get it.
It's easy to understand how much this means to so many people. For 365 days out of the year, it really comes down to how you play in this game.
It's the kind of situation that gives you the opportunity to display how strong our team is.
Either team doesn't win this game, I mean, what does their season really mean at this point? It's whoever goes to the Big Ten championship, whoever has a chance to go to the playoffs.
And he's all yours. Perfect.
Thank you. I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
We're all very excited about this meet.
Yeah. No, this is awesome. It's great news. You're mine. You're coming home with me. Yeah.
We all know how special these animals are here, but it's such a nice feeling when they're appreciated by other people. You just know that they're going to be well looked after and loved.
How do you feel when you let them go from here?
It's a hard thing, especially when they've spent a bit of time with us. It's never easy to say goodbye. You know, every morning I come in, I turn the lights on, and he's chirping at me and asking for food. So it's always good but sad.
You'll be a happy cat.
He will. He's going to be a very happy cat. It's amazing that they leave and we can take on more animals. It's why we do what we do. But it doesn't make it any less sad when they leave.
You doing all right, Timmy?
And now, it's time to go home.
Hi, I'm Jeff Corwin, and we are traveling across Wild America on my brand new television series, Wildlife Nation, part of Weekend Adventure.
Sherry has a good time, all the time. That last, my knee went, And you know we're always laughing. Oh my God!
Sherry, weekdays at 10 on
Toyota-thon is on. Now's the time to get an exciting new Toyota. Like Camry Hybrid, RAV4, Tundra, and more. How did you... Magic.
Get 3.49% APR financing for a full 48 months on the fuel-efficient RAV4. Plus, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost service plan.
Come in today.
Toyota. Let's go places.
This is ESPN on ABC.
Death Valley is rocking today as Clemson plays host to its in-state rival, the South Carolina Gamecocks. Dabo Swinney and the Tigers need a win today to keep their college football playoff hopes alive. Their chances buoyed by Spencer Rattler and the Gamecocks last Saturday in their history-making performance against Tennessee.
Tennessee's looking at it like, let's keep winning football games. Everything will take care of itself. But you're on the road in the SEC. It's always a challenge.
Rattler steps up. It's caught. Touchdown, South Carolina. Rattler, long throw. End zone. Caught. Are you kidding me? They are putting a thumping on the fifth-ranked Vols.
I've been telling people we got a good football team, and we're just getting started here at Carolina.
And welcome, everyone, to Clemson, South Carolina on a glorious day in the upstate of South Carolina. It's the ACC on ESPN. It also involves the SEC. And welcome to college football on ABC, presented by Arby's. Sean McDonough and Todd Blackledge, delighted to have you with us as this great rivalry is renewed. It's an important game for both teams. Clemson is 10-1. They've won 16 out of 17 back to last year. And yet, Todd, just number 8 in the college football rankings that came out, college football playoff rankings that came out this week. Must-win situation, but there's still a path to the Final Four.
Absolutely, there's a path. I mean, all they can focus on is taking care of their own business. Win the last 2, finish 12-1 as a conference champion, and hope for some help with the teams in front of them. A lot can happen in the last 2 weeks. This Clemson team may not be as flashy as others we've seen, but they win, and they've found different ways to win all year.
And they got help from their rivals from South Carolina last Saturday. They knocked number 5 Tennessee out of the picture. An unbelievable win. We'll get into that as we go along. And Shane Beamer, their coach, said to his team after that win, now you really have a chance to change the narrative of this program and the trajectory for Gamecock football going forward.
Yeah, the big question, can they do it 2 weeks in a row? They're going to need a similar performance from their quarterback, Spencer Rattler. He's got to stay hot against a great defensive front that's going to pressure him. And then defensively, I think they've got to really sell out against the run and trust their corners on islands in the passing game for Clemson.
Clemson has won the last 7 head-to-head in this rivalry. That is the longest streak for either team. Dabo Swinney and the Tigers arrive trying to win their 41st straight home game. We'll have the opening kickoff right after this.
Christmas trees try so hard. Lights and ornaments and little choo-choo trains, come on. The best trees, they kind of only need 2 things. Peanut butter and chocolate. Not sorry, Reese's.
This season, the Home Depot is helping every fan out-fan themselves.
Fans like the ultimate entertainers. Nice move.
And then you have your true diehards.
Nice work. The all-out competitors.
And of course, the absolute fanatics.
This season, go all out.
Gear up with Behr Premium Plus interior paint from the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Oh, that's my piece of the shakaroni. That's the biggest one we make.
They donate $1 from every shakaroni to the Papa John's Foundation.
Dang, that's huge. If the hoop was as big as that pizza, maybe you'd have made some of your free throws. Somebody save me a slice. Where'd he come from?
This Christmas, Mickey and his friends team up with Santa.
Santa Claus is in trouble.
We've got to help them.
Go, Mickey!
Mickey Saves Christmas.
At the Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event, you can make maintenance cost worries so last year. Hurry in to lease a new 2023 Tiguan for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing.
This holiday season, Ford wants to help you shine bright. So, this Black Friday, choose a vehicle in stock or simply place a custom order. Lock in your rate and you're protected, even if rates go up before your order comes in. Plus, thousands of vehicles are arriving daily. Just
back, and it's actually coming from their feet.
Her suggestion?
It's as easy as going into a Good Feet store.
Come in for your free arch support fitting.
Toyotathon is on. It's the most magical time of the year with great deals on Camry, RAV4, and Tundra. Where's the Tundra?
Fields borrowed it.
What?
Keep them coming!
Get 3.49% APR financing for a full 48 months on the fun to drive Tacoma. Plus, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost service plan.
'Tis the season for Toyotathon.
Toyota, let's go places.
Turning high-tech trash into technological treasure.
We'll take it no matter what it is.
How this special group is giving new life to old computers and helping local kids connect with their classmates.
I really appreciate it.
Wednesday at 6 on News 10 ABC.
At the Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event, you can make maintenance cost worries so last year. Hurry in to lease a new 2023 Tiguan for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing.
Chief Meteorologist Steve Caparizzo, only on News 10 ABC.
This is the Palmetto Bowl, the battle for the unofficial state championship in South Carolina. Bragging rights on the line in a small state where Either you're for Clemson or you're for South Carolina. 119th meeting dating back to 1896. And down on the field, here's Molly McGrath.
Well, Sean, South Carolina wide receiver DeCarrion Joyner said this isn't just a rivalry game, it's a revenge game because they haven't beaten Clemson in 9 years. Now, Joyner's a South Carolina native. He has this game circled on his calendar every single year, and he said this year he's determined to prove that their team should not be overlooked. And last week's win over Tennessee was not a fluke. Now, this team knows well that Clemson could lose their playoff chances if they lose this game, and they're determined to play spoiler. Players telling me they would love to knock off the second straight team in a row out of the playoffs.
E.T. Potter, the touchback, as is his custom. South Carolina won the toss. Shane Beamer elected to get the offense right out there after they put 63 on the balls in Columbia last Saturday, led by Spencer Rattler, who threw for a career-high 438, fourth highest total in South Carolina history. And he's the first quarterback in Gamecock history to throw 6, count them, 6 touchdown passes. Heading into that game, he had thrown 8 touchdown passes and 9 interceptions for the year and was averaging 198 per game passing. He comes out slinging on first down, a low throw and a catch made for a 3-yard gain by Jalen Brooks. Rattler, of course, the transfer from Oklahoma. 7-4. He started every game this year for Carolina after he went 15-2 in 17 starts for the Sooners. What a difference last week compared to the first 10.
Well, he got off to a good start last week, and it's important for him to get off to one here on the road against this Clemson front.
They came out aggressively. His pass incomplete. He was trying to get it to Brooks again, who got tangled up with the defender. They set the tone early last week on offense, aggressive game plan.
Yep.
And they went for it on a couple of fourth downs early in the game. And Rattler had a nice pocket all night long. Wes Goodwin, the defensive coordinator, will be matching wits with Marcus Satterfield of South Carolina, said the game plan today, rattle Rattler.
Well, and on 3rd and long is when Clemson is at their best. They were 8 for 11 last week on 3rd down, South Carolina, but they had very manageable distances to go.
Given time, zings it, but short of the first down. Austin Stogner, who also transferred from Oklahoma in his first year with Shane Beamer and South Carolina. Well, we'll see. Is he going to be aggressive early in the game and go for it on his own 34? No, he will not.
It's 4th down. They're going to punt. And interestingly, Clemson's just keeping their defense on the field because of the respect for Shane Beamer, the special teams, the possibility of feint punts. Just a safe punt by the Clemson defense. Don't want to give up any trick play here.
Their special teams are the best in the country. South Carolina's. Ty Kroger, their punter, has thrown 3 passes this year. He bombs a punt. Antonio Williams back inside the 10 to field it, hoping for some blocks. And he will run out of bounds. And there's a very late flag thrown. Ball spotted at the 13, but there is a penalty. The referee is Matt Leffler, leading a Southeastern Conference crew in this non-conference game, the traditional season finale, the regular season, where these two schools separated by about 2.5 hours.
That was a great punt and excellent coverage. I talked to Pete Lembo on the field before the game. He was very concerned about their 2 return guys, Antonio Williams on punt and Will Shipley on kickoffs.
Personal foul, blindside block on the return team. It's penalty, it's half the distance, first down.
I think it was Miles Murphy who actually, first of all, he avoided a block. Number 98, nope, there it is. I was wrong. It was Tyler Davis, number 13, who got called for the blindside block. Murphy did a nice job avoiding an illegal block, and Tyler Davis got called for that. You know, when you're that big and powerful, you don't have to hit a guy very hard to knock him on the ground, but that's a safety rule penalty.
59-yard punt, and then the penalty brings the ball back to the 6 for DJ Uiagalelei, just across the 6-yard line. He takes off running. That was a big part of their attack last week against Miami. when he carried a career-high 17 times for a career-high 89 yards in their win against the Hurricanes. 2 weeks ago against Louisville, he carried 15 times.
I think at this point in the season, when everything's on the line, you will run your quarterback more, and DJ has responded.
Carry was for 18. Now Will Shipley, their leading rusher, needs 40 today to reach 1,000 for the season. Tackled by Tonka Hemingway. Uyunglele from Southern California threw for 227. Big and strong and about 30 pounds lighter than last year, 235. As you saw in those highlights, an elusive runner for a big man. His pass off the hands of their leading receiver, Antonio Williams, the 18-year-old freshman with Marcellus Dial in coverage.
One of the reasons that quarterback run was effective the first play is because this South Carolina defense is going to play a lot of man coverage. There was motion by a receiver, and Cam Smith went in motion. And take a look at Clayton White, the defensive coordinator. He is going to sell out to stop this Clemson run on early downs and force the game into DJ's hands.
Shipley, the running back. Uyunglele, the quick throw, and almost intercepted. It hit the defender, Darius Rush, right in his hands, the fifth-year senior who has never won against the Clemson Tigers.
It's a quick throw. It's out of the hands quickly, but South Carolina read it beautifully. I mean, Darius Rush used to be a wide receiver. You think he'd make that catch.
That's why he's a defensive back.
Yep, maybe it was a good switch, but he was in perfect position. But they still get the punt early.
Aiden Swanson, the punter. No breeze at all at the start of this game. Not a good kick. Big advantage for South Carolina today in punting. They're 8th in the country in net punting. Clemson's 107th. We've already seen that, with each team having punted once. Dabo Swinney fired up and ready to go in a very important game for both teams.
COVID-19. Some people get it, and some people can get it bad. And for those who do get it bad, it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, asthma, or smoking. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, don't wait. Ask your healthcare provider right away if an authorized oral treatment is right for you.
Oh yeah, we need these, no? You know what we do need?
Hot with everything.
We absolutely needed these.
Introducing Taco Bell's new 7-layer Nacho Fries.
I remember you saying, I won't forget the life jackets.
Who talks like that?
You apparently.
Can we watch the replay?
I would love it.
This What Really Happened replay is brought to you by Progressive. One thing no one would challenge, protecting your home and auto with Progressive.
Wow, that is embarrassing.
Yeah, a little bit.
Roy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
I've got that blue sky. I've got that sunshine.
Isn't it great that T-Mobile's network is powerful enough to bring high-speed home internet across the country?
Pay attention.
T-Mobile home internet is just $50 a month.
Focus.
Just $50 a month. No price hikes, no monthly fees.
Here is CVS Health, where they're working to eliminate the pink tax to ensure we don't pay more than men for the same thing. Because women's razors are just razors. Here, healthier happens together.
Domino's online carryout deal includes all your favorites for just $7.99 each. So let's play a word association game. Dips and twists.
$7.99.
8-piece wings.
$7.99.
Large one-topping pizzas.
$7.99.
The only place to get this deal.
Domino's. It's nothing.
Sounds like something.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto-Bismol coats and soothes for fast relief when you need it most.
into the holiday season.
With a little Disney magic.
With special performances by Run DMC, Meghan Trainor, Black Eyed Peas, Neo, and more.
Let's go!
Disney's magical holiday celebration, Sunday on ABC.
The view from the AT&T 5G Skycam. Glorious late November day here, 64 degrees. Earlier in the week, the forecast was for a rainy day here in the upstate. Second possession for South Carolina. And Marshawn Lloyd on the field. And running back on the right hip and now to the left of Spencer Rattler. Quick throw, intercepted. Jeremiah Trotter heading for the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Second interception of the year for Trotter. Part of an outstanding linebacker group for Clemson. He returned it 35 yards for the score. Their first non-offensive touchdown of the season, and now B.T. Potter to add the extra point. It's 7-0 Tigers.
I think Clemson fooled Spencer Rattler. Here's Trotter. When they put the back in motion, the defense moves, and I think Spencer thought Trotter would go in man coverage, but he didn't. He hung right in the throwing lane and picked off the throw. Typically, you think that linebacker's going to go with the back. He didn't go all the way with the back. He read the eyes of the quarterback, stepped right in front of the intended receiver, Nate Atkins, and turned it into a touchdown. Beautiful play, instinctive play by Jeremiah Trotter, who has really played well over the last 3 or 4 ball games.
As has the defense. He's the son of Jeremiah Trotter Sr., all-pro in the NFL with Philadelphia, among others.
Spencer Rattler threw 7 interceptions in his first 6 games, only 1 in the last 5, but that one was a costly one.
Well, Wes Goodwin said, rattle Rattler. That was the focus this week. They confused him, and the defense has a score. Xavier Legette brings the kickoff back, just shy of the 25. Here's Kevin Nagandi.
Good afternoon, Sean. Time now for our Mayhem Moment, brought to you by Allstate. And Dan, 36.5-point underdogs. Georgia Tech going for it on 4th and 9.
4th and 9, but you get man coverage, and they pick the number 2 receiver who gets the nickel back on him.
And then number 17 going in, Pumachan.
Yeah, outside. Georgia lost contain.
First time Georgia's given up a touchdown in the first quarter, Sean. Back to you.
Well, Georgia Tech off a win last week at North Carolina. There's Marshawn Lloyd, who missed each of the last 3 games, Molly.
Well, Shane Beamer said he knew Wednesday that Lloyd would be able to contribute significantly in this game. They're hoping for 25 to 30 plays out of him today, but he said you'll use him as much as they need to, and will call a good amount of plays from early to get him into a rhythm. And Beamer said Lloyd's physicality sets the tone for their entire offense, both running and in pass protection, and they need that physicality against this front 7.
He's been out with a deep thigh bruise. They'll also get Christian Beal-Smith back today. He's missed a lot of the year, including the last 2 games with foot and ankle problems. After the loss, Rattler's in trouble, and he just throws it away. Barrett Carter was the blitzing linebacker. Dabo Swinney said we're going to make Spencer Rattler uncomfortable. He clearly is uncomfortable right now.
Yeah, and it's just a 5-man protection, and Clemson brought more guys than could be picked up. They tried to get everybody out on the pass route. It was immediate pressure, and Rattler did the right thing, getting rid of the football. But another 3rd down and long play against this Clemson defense.
A.J. Henry brought the pressure, playing at his final home game. These Clemson players, nobody on this Clemson team has ever lost a game at home. They haven't lost here since 2016 when Pitt beat them on the last second field goal. Good pocket this time. Rattler.
Wow.
And it got there in time. It looked like it might be picked off, but it was caught by Josh Van for a first down out at the 46.
If there's ever any question about the arm talent of Spencer Rattler, this is a rope. It is almost intercepted, but he threw that from the right hash to the deep left sideline on a frozen rope. A beautiful throw for a 3rd down and 10 conversion.
Just before R.J. Mickens arrived for the Clemson defense.
First down, play action, deep shot is what they did last week a lot.
Up the middle, nothing doing again for Lloyd. Redshirt sophomore from Wilmington, Delaware.
One of the things they did exceptionally well against Tennessee was on early downs. They did some max protection with multiple tight ends or keep the back in and take some shots downfield, and they hit them for big plays. And that was also helpful in avoiding 3rd down and long yardage situations.
Rattler trying to set up a screen, well defended. Threw it at the feet of Marshawn Lloyd. It was Peyton Page, who's a backup defensive lineman, providing some pressure. But it was remarkable what South Carolina did on offense last week. 63 points, the most ever allowed by Tennessee in an SEC game. The most ever by an unranked team versus a top 5 team in the AP poll era. And they had 35 first downs, the school record.
And they had not had more than 17 in the previous 5 games. It was just off the charts offensive productivity a week ago.
In 3 of the previous 4 games, they didn't reach 300 yards of offense. Rattler fires, intended for Van. He was well covered by Nate Wiggins, who has really come along as the season has progressed. Wes Goodwin said the biggest part of the improvement of the defense, the development of the secondary, you can see the confidence building.
Well, we were at the game in Wake Forest, and that secondary got torched. They struggled, and Nate Wiggins, more than anybody, struggled in that game. But they have matured. They've gotten healthy. They got Sheridan Jones back, and now they're a much better complement to that front 7.
Kroger on the punt again. And another beautiful punt, high, and a fair catch made by Williams at the 10. Time for today's hardest working player. It's brought to you by Duluth Trading Company, and it's Will Shipley.
Well, Will Shipley is the heart and soul of this Clemson offense, and maybe the team. One of the big leaders on the team, only a sophomore. He will run over you, around you, through you. He's not an overly big guy, but he runs with great pad level and power, and he's always moving forward. I mean, his running style and his work ethic, I think, is what inspires the rest of his team as a leader.
Only player in the country who has at least 950 rushing yards, 150 receiving yards, and 200 kickoff return yards. 739 last year as a true freshman, injury-limited season. As we said, started the day needing 40 for 1,000 this year. To be the 23rd time that a Clemson rusher has reached 1,000. He has a big gainer there out across the 20-yard line to the 25, a gain of 15.
Because DJ has run so much recently, you have to respect the inside quarterback run. That little fake kind of sucked in the defense, and Shipley has the speed to get the ball to the perimeter. Had 128 yards against South Carolina last year in the game in Columbia.
30-0 Clemson. Way to Uiagalelei. Never saw the pressure from behind. Zach Pickens, the senior from right down the street in Anderson, South Carolina, about a 20-minute drive away from Clemson.
Well, there's a new left guard in there. That's Mitchell Mays, and that's who got beat on the pressure. It was quick pressure, but it was also excellent coverage downfield by Darius Rush. They tried to go for a deep pass to Bo Collins, who they just got back.
Mays in for Marcus Tate, who was the starting left guard, injured a knee early last week against Miami. They have confidence in Mays. He started earlier in the year at right guard when Walter Parks was out. Here's Shipley, the right. Run down from behind by Sherrod Green, a sixth-year senior. Still looking for his first win against Clemson.
Take a look now. Again, man coverage. Darius Rush is a long, athletic corner. He's in perfect position on Bo Collins. They tried to fake the screen and go deep. That forced DJ to hold the ball a little bit long, and the result was a sack.
8.5 to go, opening quarter. 7-0 Clemson on a 35-yard interception return by Jeremiah Trotter.
Right now, South Carolina showing zero coverage. Look at the middle of the field. Not a single safety anywhere. It's man. It's inviting DJ to throw the football.
They back out of it a little bit. He fires, caught, first down. Joseph Ngata with Darius Rush in coverage.
Nice job by Ngata using his big frame. 6'3", 215 pounds. He's not going to run by you, but he did a good job of shielding the defender with his body and making the catch on the sideline.
Shipley and Phil Maffa now, the running backs, behind Uiagalelei. And it's Maffa to the 40, a gain of 4. We talked number 2 running back a lot of the year without Kobe Pace, who returned last week after missing 5 games with a high ankle sprain.
Now, Maffa's a really good downhill runner, physical, and to have both of those guys fresh in a fourth quarter is part of why this team has won all the games that they've won.
Shipley, he may go. Stumbled for a moment, it slowed him down, and they catch him inside the 15-yard line. Darius Rush ran him down, and Uiagalelei after the long fake, a nice block.
Well, Uiagalelei, but watch Parks, the right guard, Walker Parks, got the key block. DJ in there leading as well. And Shipley shows the speed when he gets through the inside. Nice little look with both backs in the backfield. Created some confusion for the South Carolina defense.
So that gets him over 1,000 yards for the season. 23rd time in Clemson history somebody's rushed for 1,000. 47-yard play, 4 rushes, 76 yards for Shipley. Antonio Williams inside the 10. Pulled down by Brad Johnson, another 6th-year senior at linebacker.
DJ Uiagalelei doing a little bit of everything. Lead block, they pulled the guard, Walker Parks. He got the first block. And then DJ's block is what sprung Shipley for the long gain. This is where DJ likes to run also.
And right on cue. Weaving inside the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, they're going to pull the guard, Walker Parks, and he's actually going to miss the block. So there's a man there, but DJ, as big as he is, he has the ability to make people miss. He doesn't look nifty, but he is very quick in his movement and making people miss. He made 2 or 3 defenders miss on that run for the touchdown.
3 straight games with a rushing touchdown for Uiagalelei. First time he's done that in his career. 9-yard score, the extra point good by B.T. Potter. He did it all on that drive.
Absolutely. A little lead block action. Hit the pass on 3rd down. And then he calls his own number for the touchdown and a 14-0 lead for the Tigers.
If you already know that a blend of tender, marbled Wagyu beef makes the best burger, good for you. Arby's Wagyu Steakhouse Burger is back. You beef genius? Arby's, we have the meat.
The holidays are here, and Dick's Sporting Goods has all the best gifts for everyone on your list. The hottest footwear from Jordan, Nike, and Hoka. And the coolest apparel from all the best brands, plus must-have gifts from Yeti, Callaway, and The North Face. When you're running short on time, shop Dicks.com, where 1-hour pickup is always an option. And with our best price guarantee, if you find a lower price, we'll match it. This season, give the gift of sport. Every holiday starts at Dick's.
This isn't about chasing some silly dream. It's about facing your destiny head on. Are we about to turn back now? I say nay. We shall push forward to destiny.
Sure, Tim. Gently push in the clutch and put it in first.
A first for destiny. A first for destiny.
That's half the fun of a new house, seeing what people left behind in the attic.
Well, saving on homeowner's insurance with Geico's help was pretty fun, too.
Oh, it's a tiny dancer.
Well, they left a ton of stuff up here.
Well, enjoy your house.
Nope. No, thank you.
Geico could help you save on homeowners and renters insurance.
On a Fansville homecoming by Dr. Pepper.
Surprise! CJ, we weren't expecting you.
Hey, buddy, what are you doing here?
Hey, go State.
You replaced me with star quarterback Bryce Young?
We could never replace you.
Here's your Dr. Pepper, Mom. Mom?
It's just a silly nickname.
He came up with Dad for me. Here you go, kid. Huh. They're my family now, CJ.
Next time on Fansville.
Hey, brother. Get out of my room!
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Hurry to get Black Friday deals now at Target. This week, save on the hottest gifts to get ahead this holiday. Event ends Saturday. Get low prices and great deals so you can holiday your way. Only at Target.
College football on ABC is presented by Arby's. Arby's, we have the meats. And in part by Target. Score low prices and great deals only at Target.
Last win in this rivalry for South Carolina on November 30th, 2013. They forced 6 turnovers that day. Their 5th straight win. All of them under Steve Spurrier. B.T. Potter kicks off. And Xavier Legette's going to try it. They're 4th in the country in kickoff returns. But well covered there by Clemson. Sherrod Koval made the tackle. Coming up tonight, 7:30 here on ABC. Number 15, Notre Dame, the only team to defeat Clemson this year against number 6, USC. Trojans right in the thick of the college football playoff picture. Notre Dame 8-1 since an 0-2 start. USC on its way to the Pac-12 title game, but thinking about more, Caleb Williams, perhaps the leader in the Heisman Trophy race.
Incredible job by Lincoln Riley. Not only did he turn the roster over, but he got them all to buy into one theme and right where they want to be.
Swing pass to Jaheim Bell. Chopped down by Andrew Makuba. Bell was their leading running back the last 3 games without Marshawn Lloyd and Christian Beal-Smith, usually a tight end.
Very versatile guy. They can throw it to him, hand it to him. One of the things that Marcus Satterfield told us is, you know, by playing him at running back, we could guarantee more touches for him by just handing it to him, because they want him to touch the football at least 12 to 15 times a game.
Take the flip to Jalen Brooks. They fire downfield. And what a catch by Josh Vann.
Well, great catch. Vann down at the end of the play, but also tremendous protection. They faked the reverse. Nice job by Spencer Rattler hiding the football, but the protection was there for a long time. You see that coming across the field here. There's the fake. Look at the protection. Here comes Vann all the way across the field. And Rattler hits him for the completion.
To the 45-yard line, a 34-yard play.
One Bounty versus 2 of the leading ordinary brand. 1 sheet of Bounty absorbs more than 2 sheets of theirs. And the winner is Bounty. One and done. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Eat, play, eat, play, eat, play.
combo is back. Get an entree and a game card starting at $19.99. Now through November 27th, only at Dave & Buster's.
Hey, girls!
No,
are you kidding me? Is that for me?
How?
Oh, can't wait to see what you got your mother.
The BMW Road Home Sales Event, on now. Receive a lease loyalty credit of up to $3,250 on select models now through November 30th.
Don't miss out on Walmart's Cyber Monday deals for days. You can score big on tech, toys, and more. This Cyber Monday, head online and don't miss out on our hottest deals of the season. That's Walmart's Deals for Days.
This is Cynthia Suarez, CFO of GoGo Food Co., an online food delivery service. Business was steady until...
GoGo Food Co.? Go check it out.
Overnight, users tripled, which meant hiring 20 new employees and buying 20 new laptops. So she used her American Express business card, which gives her more membership rewards points on her business purchases.
Somebody order some laptops?
Cynthia Suarez, CFO, MVP. Get the card built for business by American Express.
Free breakfast, anyone?
Express yourself. Oh, yeah. Express yourself. You don't ever need help from nobody else. All you got to do now.
Impressive. Enjoy our free, fresh, hot breakfast any way you like. Only at Holiday Inn Express by IHG Hotels and Resorts.
The Eat Fresh Refresh just won't stop. Now Subway's refreshing their catering with easy order platters and lunch boxes perfect for any party. Pool parties, tailgates, holiday parties, even retirement parties.
Man, I love parties.
Subway keeps refreshing and refreshing. If there's anyone here who knows why they should not be joined in...
Short. He's short.
She's just...
He's so clearly short.
Girl, that's too much.
It's college football with AT&T 5G. It's never too much.
What's the score?
You're looking very handsome, Tyler. Very tall.
AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure.
The highlight of the season is here. The Great Christmas Light Fight. Monday on ABC.
A moment ago, Josh Vann walking off with assistance. We're not going to show you the replay. It was a very gruesome looking injury to his left leg. He made the catch and then landed awkwardly. But the play has them at the Clemson 46. The pass batted down by Trotter, who already has an interception return for a touchdown.
Similar situation. Trotter just in the middle of the field with eyes on the quarterback. And he's reading Spencer Rattler. They're going play action, trying to get a quick throw over the middle. And Trotter right in the throwing lane again. It's a really important drive for South Carolina. They can't fall too much further behind. A week ago, they were on point. The week before that, they were 21-0 down at Gainesville. Lost 38-6.
Rattler escaped from Sheridan Jones, a blitzing corner, and still forced to throw it away. More pressure from this outstanding Clemson defense, populated by linemen, all of whom will be drafted in the NFL.
Yeah, the problem for South Carolina, both the tight end and the back are going to block this way, and the pressure came from there. There was nobody to pick him up. And Rattler somehow avoided the direct hit and got rid of the football, but another third down and long situation. 1 for 3, and most of the reason for that is almost every third down has been 8 or more.
Play clock running out. They just do get it off. Rattler steps into the throw, going deep into double coverage, and it's almost intercepted. Off the hands of Jalen Phillips. It was intended for their leading receiver by far, Antoine Juice Wells, who has 54 catches coming in. That's more than the next two Gamecocks combined.
Well, Sheridan Jones is in great position as the corner, and the safety, Jalen Phillips, is the guy coming over to the other side and helps his corner, but Sheridan Jones was in perfect position on his own.
Apparently the camera guy in the progressive pylon camera likes to draw as well.
What happened there?
Talented artist. Here's Kai Kroger's had an excellent first quarter, punting for the third time. And boy, they are so good on special teams. This one will be downed at the 1 yard line. Darius Rush got there to keep it out of the end zone.
Take a look at the end of this from the progressive pylon cam. Man, that is it's an athletic move. This one is the view from the progressive pylon cam. So they got 2 for the price of 1.
They're 8th in the country in net punting. That's a 44-yarder down at the 1. There's Pete Lembo, who's one of the 15 semifinalists for the Broyles Award as the top assistant coach in the country. We'll go back to some of those marks. Flag down behind the play as Maffa runs out of bounds at the 14. There is a penalty thrown behind the line of scrimmage for a hold.
Offense number 84, half the distance.
On the
replay, first down.
Tight end Davis Allen.
Now, we talked to Brandon Streeter every time this year that he just raves about Davis Allen. He's become a very dependable receiver, but he says the best blocking tight end they've ever had here at Clemson in his time. He was the one who got called for the hold there. There's Brandon Streeter, former quarterback. Said he's 12-1 in his career against South Carolina as a player and a coach.
Maffa across the 6. Special teams helping South Carolina. Otherwise dismal first quarter. Only Notre Dame has blocked more than their 6 kicks. 5 of those are punts. They're 4th in the country in kickoff return yardage. 2nd in punt return behind Duke. Stanford is the only other team in the country that hasn't missed at least 1 field goal. Pete Lembo has done a phenomenal job. Former head coach at Lehigh, Elon, and Ball State. And it's Maffa again. I like what Shane Beamer said. He makes it fun. He has a theme every week. Earlier in the year, they had the royal family. Some of their play calling for special teams was William or Kate. Right. This week it's 70s rock music. We said to Shane, your players don't know anything about rock music from the 70s, but they have one of their calls this week will be ABBA. I know one of your favorites.
Yeah. Big ABBA guy.
3rd down and 4. Oyunglele broke some tackles but didn't make it to the first down marker.
That's a big
TJ
stop.
Sanders tripped him up.
Big stop right there, because if they convert the first down, new set of downs, little breathing room. Now they've got a punt from being backed up. And we already showed you 5 block kicks. So you know that's in the mind of this punt protection team of Clemson. Interestingly enough, you said Notre Dame has more block punts. The first score of the game in South Bend was a block punt return for a touchdown.
By Notre Dame against Clemson. It was an ugly performance by Clemson. It really seems to have hurt them with the College Football Playoff Committee. Their only loss of the year. Aiden Swanson, better effort this time. Nose up wobbler. But again, South Carolina picking up yardage in the punt game. That's 42 off the foot of Swanson. Here's Molly.
Well, South Carolina wide receiver Josh Vann had to be helped off the field. You saw he couldn't put any weight on his left leg. They brought ice into the medical tent, and I'm told that he's undergoing further evaluation for a left knee sprain. He's questionable to return. Also, tight end Jaheim Bell dealing with some pain and with a left wrist injury as well.
Vann returns after the injury that we saw. That would be a big surprise, but it's good to see him walking around. That's even a big surprise. Of course, that's not the same number 6. That's Zach Pickens. You have to love the double numbers in college football. When we become commissioners, co-commissioners of college football, we're getting rid of double numbers.
Will we institute triple-digit numbers? if we need it, or just no repeat numbers?
99 players should be enough. Give them all their own number. Jaheim Bell for very little. Barrett Carter made the tackle. He's in a very active first quarter.
Well, again, I don't think that they have been as aggressive early downs. As you take a look last week, Spencer Rattler was virtually unstoppable, but a lot of it was early down, max protection, play action passing. They haven't really tried that yet so far.
Here comes a blitz. Rattler stepped up, fires down the field, and a catch. Nate Atkins, the tight end, known more for his blocking, makes a tremendous catch at the 19-yard line.
This is a guy who, coming out of high school, barely had an FCS scholarship offer. He transferred over here. His dad's the offensive line coach. His role has expanded each week. What a catch.
32-yard gain. Back to the run with Christian Beal-Smith, the transfer from Wake Forest. Atkins transferred, and he's injured on the last play, from East Tennessee.
Yep.
He was a pass catcher there. Had 73 catches, 33 last season. But has been much more of a blocker. Matter of fact, that's just his 5th catch of the season for South Carolina.
He does a little bit of everything, and his role has gotten bigger and bigger each week with some of the other injuries they've had at different positions.
Important drive for Carolina, trying to get back in the game. They run a reverse. Jalen Brooks has a blocker out in front, and he gets tripped up inside the 5. R.J. Mickens saved the touchdown.
Really nice job by Austin Stogner. He was the lead blocker. Normally you bring this guy over, blocks the edge of the line, they send him out. He gets the nice block on Makuba. And a nice cut inside that block by Jalen Brooks. Critical drive right here for South Carolina to make it a one-score game.
Be the last play of the first quarter. 15-yard gain. The creativity on offense continues on the South Carolina side. But it's Clemson and Dabo Swinney leading 14-0. ESPN's presentation of college football on ABC. We'll return after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Did you know Google makes a phone? Do you know about its camera? Like the way it fixes blurry photos, magically erases annoying distractions, and even fixes photos taken with your old phone. Now that you know all that, did you know switching has never been easier? Start fixing with Pixel, the only phone engineered by Google. Switch now and get Google Pixel 7 or Pixel 7 Pro for free.
Over the middle.
Hey, that rookie corner? We were boys in college.
For real?
Well, I'd see him on campus a ton.
Oh, yeah?
I'd say, hey. He'd say, what? What's up? Because he usually was listening to music because he loves music. You guys probably don't know that about him. Yeah, we're friends.
Wish your car's air freshener didn't start so strong and then fade too soon? Try Febreze Car Vent Clips. Unlike other fresheners, Febreze releases a consistent amount of scent day after day for 40 days. Won't overwhelm, won't fade away. Febreze Car. Love it or get your money back.
I'm the team mascot, and boy, am I running late. But I got lead in my foot and spirit in my fingers. Ow, what a hit. And if you have cut rate car insurance, the cost to cover that might tank your season. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me. Woo!
'Twas a night at the Home Depot, at every location. A night when our stores see a grand transformation. We bring out the tools you really do need, like snowmen and string lights and plenty of trees. We work through the night preparing our splendor for Black Friday savings all through November. And what you do next is always fantastic, because we have the tools to make your holiday magic. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Marinara, mozzarella, look at this royal crispy fella. Sauce and cheese, crispy chicken, Italian royal was what I'm picking. BK, have it your way.
The Great Christmas Light Bite returns for its sweetest season yet.
We have 5,000 marshmallows in here.
You'll be begging for some more.
Get out of here! This is crazy!
The Great Christmas Light Bite, Monday on ABC.
Let me see your hands. You're under arrest for espionage. He was busted with $2 million in cash and forged passport.
What he's accused of carries a death sentence.
Someone is trying to set me up. Our side is compromised.
We both want to help him, but we gotta be smart about it.
We cannot let the boss down. This is a matter of life or death.
Thank you so much. Absolutely. Yeah.
Eric's New Year's resolution was to work smarter, not harder. So getting a new Volkswagen SUV was a no-brainer because he can save on maintenance costs over the next 5 years. Now all that hard work can go towards what he needs the most. At the Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event, you too can make maintenance cost worries so last year. Hurry in to lease a new 2023 Tiguan for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing.
Wake up with Ryan and Christina. Weekday mornings only on News 10 ABC.
It's been a long time since South Carolina scored a touchdown against Clemson. Fourth quarter of the 2018 game here, a 56-35 Clemson win. The last two meetings won by Clemson 68-3. They didn't play in 2020 because of COVID. Time for their first score of the game. First and goal. And the pass incomplete. Thrown in the direction of Austin Stogner, who played a big part in convincing Spencer Rattler to come along from Norman, Oklahoma to Columbia, South Carolina.
He's 6'5". They tried to get him singled up on Nate Wiggins, but Wiggins did a nice job holding his own out there in coverage. Nowhere to go.
Rattler's on the sideline.
Carrion Joyner, the quarterback, more than a Wildcat. He can throw, but he's a dangerous runner.
Handed it off to Christian Beal Smith. Across the line, but not by much. Jeremiah Trotter, who has scored a touchdown, the first of the game on an interception return on the stop. Here's third down and goal. Wouldn't surprise you if this is 4 down territory. Shane Beamer hopes it doesn't get to that. Nate Atkins, who was injured on that long pass play, has returned to the game. An important blocking tight end. Marshawn Lloyd, the running back, bounces outside. He's in trouble and knocked out of bounds for a loss. R.J. Mickens forced him wide. Trotter in on the play, and Nate Wiggins at the end of it.
Yeah, that was really good defense, just stringing it out.
They are going to go for it, even though they lost yardage back to the 4.
Now this place will erupt if Clemson gets a goal line stand here. They've had 4 cracks at it, and they've gone backwards. This has to be a throw by Spencer Rattler.
Christian Beal Smith, the running back. Rattler faked it to him, has time. Back in the end zone, touchdown! Juice Wells.
Boy, what a cool and calm job. And we were talking in the break. This offensive line has done a pretty good job holding their own against this Clemson front. Watch the protection. It's only 5 guys blocking. Rattler has time to allow Wells to get to the back of the end zone and then delivers a perfect touch pass to his favorite target. But credit this South Carolina offensive line for protecting their quarterback and giving them a chance.
5th receiving touchdown of the year for Wells. Transfer from James Madison. The extra point good by Mitch Jeter. And the Gamecocks right back into the game after an 8-play, 51-yard drive.
Well, we talked about Spencer Rattler and what he's done. Watch him step up in the pocket here inside the block of Javon Gwynn. Perfect touch pass to Atkins. And then the creative play calling that Marcus Satterfield was showing last week with the reverse to Jalen Brooks. And then on 4th down, just again, clean pocket and a beautiful throw by Spencer Rattler. And South Carolina right back in this football game. And their defense has played well. Their defense has only given up 1 touchdown to Clemson. So their defense has their feet in the ground, feels pretty good about themselves. And right now the offense is responding.
So finally a touchdown against Clemson. It came on 4th down. That 30-0 game last year in Columbia, so ugly, Shane Beamer apologized to the Gamecock fans after the game. He doesn't have much to apologize for. They're going to a bowl game for the 2nd straight year. I think most people around college football believe this is a Gamecock program on the rise.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the thing about last year was it was a beatdown. They got outrushed 265 to 43 in the game, and they just had no answers for the Clemson running game. So far in this one, a much better job.
Mitch Jeter's kickoff, a touchback. Here's Kevin.
Let's go to the shoe. Ohio State striking first here, Boog. C.J. Stroud in the air.
Michigan playing man coverage. Really good job by Booker getting inside, stacking the cornerback.
And right now, it's the Buckeyes up 10-3 over number 3, Michigan. Back to you, Sean.
Winner of that will certainly going to be in the college football playoff. They'll still have to play the Big Ten title game, but the winner will be a huge favorite over the champion of the Big Ten West in a division nobody wants to win. Will Shipley fighting across the 30. All Iowa had to do yesterday was win at home against Nebraska to win the Big Ten West. They could not, so it's Purdue and Illinois now playing today to determine that. The All-State playoff predictor, Georgia's a lock. Ohio State given a 96% chance entering today. And Clemson at 31%. But there are several paths for them. Uyunglele could not get away. Swung down by Gilbert Edmond, the defensive end, redshirt sophomore from Fort Pierce, Florida.
Yeah, Edmond has really had to step up into the role as a starting edge player. And take a look at him. He's right here. When they lost Jordan Strawn, one of their best players, Edmond had to really step up. Has gotten better and better each week. Stayed at home very nicely on this play and wrapped up DJ.
They've had several key injuries on defense. Mohamed Kaba was a starting linebacker. He went down early in the year at Arkansas with an ACL tear. Here's 3rd down and 6. And the catch made, and it looks to be enough for the first down for Bo Collins. Back in action after missing the last 2 with a shoulder injury.
He was working on Cam Smith, and a little more cushion than I expected to see. Cam Smith did a great job last week following Jalen Wyatt all over the field for Tennessee. He was on coverage on that play.
Tom McShay has Smith, a projected first-round pick. Maffa, as usual, a tough run. 6'1", 230-pounder out of Loganville, Georgia. He got 7. Zach Pickens and Jordan Birch made the stop.
Again, when you have difficulty stopping the run, it is the most demoralizing thing that can happen to your defense. And last year, 265 yards on 43 carries in that 30-0 win.
Swing pass through the hands of Maffa is a live ball. No, it's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, if you're the defense, you go ahead and recover it automatically anyway. It did look like it was a clean forward pass to me from the live view.
Whoa.
We'll take a look where the ball ends up.
Oh, boy.
And one thing I learned from listening to Matt Austin over the weekend is if the ball is even or behind, it's a backward pass. It has to be clearly forward to be a forward pass.
Incomplete forward pass. The previous play is under further review.
Well, while they look at it, Daniel Boldrick, the replay official, will give Matt Austin time to ponder this as well.
An experienced QPC eater knows you should never let the ketchup that falls from the hot and juicy burger go to waste.
It's Tim Tebow in a Verbo, where you get the whole place to yourself. So it's always just you and your Gators.
Jake from State Farm. I really want that personal price plan, so I'll admit it. I'm a bath bomb guy.
Dude, you do not need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
For real?
Who's ready for their jazz bath?
No?
Who is that guy?
Jazz bath? Call or click to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show them who's the cheesiest?
I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach. Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
Bring it on.
Pack all the things. Fly on your schedule. Reward yourself and girls whenever. Stay or go when you wanna. And more is on the way. So when you're ready to go, go with heart. Go with Southwest.
The newest thing from Pizza Hut isn't pizza at all. It's cheesy, so crispy, loaded with toppings, and just $6.99. Enough for two, price for one. New Pizza Hut melts, just $6.99.
This isn't about chasing some silly dream. It's about facing your destiny head on. Are we about to turn back now? I say nay. We shall push forward to destiny.
Sure, Tim. Gently push in the clutch and put it in first.
A first for destiny. A first for destiny.
Tuesday night, come to laugh, feel love, and learn the secrets of one of the most loved Christmas movies.
Love Actually is...
Tuesday at 8/7 Central on ABC.
Well, the play is standing as called incomplete pass. What do you think, Matt Austin?
Well, I think this play would have stood no matter which way they called it. It is so close. He lets go of the ball for 36.5. It's touched right at the same point. I think actually it's backwards, but I don't think they can do anything with it, so I like the call.
Not conclusive, so they left it. Big break for Clemson. Uiagalelei stopped right by the 45-yard line, which was the line to gain for the first down. This is going to be close. He got driven back by Jordan Birch, junior from Columbia. It is just enough for the first down. He was heavily recruited by Clemson, highest ranked recruit other than Jadeveon Clowney in South Carolina history. Number 4 high school prospect at any position in the country, the class of 2020. Antonio Williams went in motion. Play action pass. Uiagalelei, the wheel route, and it is just too far in front of the outstanding freshman, Williams.
He had a couple guys running with a little bit of space that time. Just an overthrow by DJ. Well-conceived play. And Antonio Williams has been outstanding as a freshman. I mean, just mature beyond his years. He's the leading receiver. He's just done everything and has really been outstanding.
In-state player playing in this Palmetto Bowl. One of 53 Clemson players who hail from South Carolina. Uiagalelei faked the handoff, and he could not get away. Boy, there have been a couple of big tackles. That one by Alex Huntley. Because a couple of times on this possession, if Edmond and now Huntley didn't make tackles, DJ had a long way to go.
Well, and as we've mentioned, I mean, he is very elusive. I mean, he doesn't look nifty or nimble, but he does have the ability to make people miss. He does it every time he runs it. And you're right, a couple sure tackles limit the game on the big quarterback.
Clearly trying to establish the run game. They've run 24 plays, 18 of them runs. They've passed for only 13 yards. DJ 2 out of 6. On 3rd down and 9, he got hit as he threw, and it wobbled over the head of Bo Collins. Jordan Birch and Brad Johnson involved in that play.
Well, Jordan Birch did a nice job beating the freshman right tackle, Blake Miller. Just a good speed and power rush, and he gets around him. Watch the top of your screen, gets around the freshman tackle. He's there, and also Brad Johnson there from the inside. I think Birch got the arm, and Brad Johnson was right in the face of the quarterback as well. So good pressure on third down.
So here's Swanson. Brought pressure. Line drive kick. And that goes out of bounds.
Beautiful work.
At the 2-yard line. Wayne Swanson says South Carolina isn't the only good punting team in this game. 52 yards and perfectly placed. The Progressive Pylon Camp. It's 14-7 Tigers.
These moments don't last forever, but Duracell can make them last longer.
What can I do for you, man?
I'm really craving nacho fries.
Ads are working.
What ads?
Oh, like all the pictures I put over here in the bedroom. I put that there.
Guys, there's something on the ship. There's something with us here.
What do we do?
Get to the escape pods. Go now!
Okay, I'm an alien, and I got these claws. I'm climbing the wall now.
If you're making a sci-fi movie, you need to finish the special effects.
Does that look good?
And if you want to save by bundling home and car insurance, you need Geico.
Guys? Uh-oh.
See how much you could save by bundling with Geico.
Is that going to be a problem?
I'm not leaving without these diamonds.
Diamonds? I'm just here for the stains. With Persil Pro Clean. Boom. It's more than clean. It's Persil Pro Clean.
Sure, you can get data everywhere, but you have to use it everywhere? All the time? That's not really right. With TracFone, you get great coverage on the most reliable 5G network in America. But you pick the plan that you need. Unlimited talk and text plans now start at $15 a month, no contract. And if you have data, it'll always carry over. And now you can get the Nokia C100 for just $39.99. TracFone.
I got a load full of paprika, garlic, black pepper, and salt for the all-new breading-free blackened chicken sandwich. Do you copy?
Copy that.
You think others will copy us?
Let them try.
Introducing the new blackened chicken sandwich. No breading, all flavor.
It takes fight to be a full-time fan. There'll be early check-ins,